So let's start off talking about that music, because obviously you didn't write it today. Tell me a little bit about what you played for us.
I'm glad it's obvious that we didn't write it today.
Yeah.
We played, one of the songs we played is called Superhero, and it's basically about the idea that, there's a lot of changes that we need to see in the world, and oftentimes you kind of wait for someone else to come along and be that superhero, but when it comes down to it, that person has to be you. But one of the verses specifically is about, it's a little anecdote about a couple that can't, because they are not recognized as a legal couple because of same-sex discrimination in marriage, they're not able to be together with their baby when the baby's born. And so anyway, it's nice to be performing that song on a day where that is the foundation of those laws is starting to crack, and we're starting to see equality become a reality.
Absolutely, and then Occupyearth sort of fit in this week as well. Not a major change, but we did get some climate change pushed through this week, or some ideas at least. So,
right.
Tell me a little bit about that song as well.
Well,
go ahead, man. You go ahead.
That song, the title kind of obviously is a nod to the Occupy movement, and the song is really just about kind of a soul kind of approaching the earth, spending its time on the earth, occupying the earth, and then leaving. But I think as part of that, I think our generation, this century, the task is going to be learning to live together on the planet in a way that we all get to survive. Mm-hmm. And I think the climate change is kind of the central challenge of the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
So it's exciting to actually see some of those social movements start to make their effect seen in even the president's actions.
Right. And you're sort of working on your own social movement right here in Colorado, in Denver. How's Flobots.org doing?
It's going very, very well. Right now, the big thing that Flobots.org is working on is we are now in over 12 Denver public high schools during the school day for credit with our music classes and our social problems classes, which has been amazing. We've just gotten back the first year reports, and attendance rates are up like 15 to 20% in all of our classes. And the real thing that we're trying to do is we're trying to prove that arts-based, kid-centric education helps raise graduation rates, and we're starting to see that. And then the other thing that we're really working on is we're building a studio for the continuation of any of the kids who are taking our classes, so they can actually start taking their music to the next level. And that studio will be opening September 1st in the La Alma neighborhood. And we're really excited with that. It's been a collaboration between us and the Denver Housing Authority, and it's been really amazing. It's been a lot of work, and if people are interested in looking into how they can support and more information, just go to Flobots.org, because we are in the middle of a fundraising campaign.
There you go. But, the music is obviously a large part of this, too. Are you finding time to work on new stuff amidst all this?
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to, and just the issues that you talked about today, there's plenty to write songs about.
Right.
There's plenty of stories to be told. There's plenty of thoughts. There's plenty of people that we feel can be advocated for, and there's plenty of processes that we feel like we can be singing about as well. We just recently finished a song about Bradley Manning, and that one we just put out there because we felt like it was extraordinarily important. On this last tour, we actually had the opportunity to go to the trial, the first day of the court-martial, and be able to see some of that. And it's just, time is of the essence. Our freedom will be taken away from us if we don't use it, and somebody else will tell our story. So we've got to get out there and do it. Right. And I think this week has shown what happens when the people demand something.
Absolutely.
And it's been amazing.
Great. And let's look to the future a little bit, since we are broadcasting eerily into the future. What are your predictions for next week? I got to know. By the time this is out there, we're going to change the world by then, right?
Yeah. I have a feeling somebody on ESPN might say something incredibly irrelevant about LeBron James.
We'll trade for Dwight Howard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
But that's going to be great.
Yeah.
Is that really going to happen?
Yes.
To the Nuggets?
I mean, absolutely, in 1 week, that will absolutely happen. Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
What is a Dwight Howard?
It's from The Office. I know from The Office.
Yes.
I get it.
Yeah.
But I think one thing we can actually say is going to happen is that I feel like justice in the long view is slow, and we've had an example of how things get to change, and we've got to see some things happening, but we can guarantee that justice will continue inching forward. And as long as we keep pushing, it will keep moving.
Right.
So that's a prediction for
great that you can, use your music to sort of push that along. And like they said, if you feel like helping out, check out the website. Or push for Dwight Howard. One or the other. You have to choose one. Thanks for coming in.
DwightHoward.com.
All right, this has been Second Story Garage.